In March 2021, which is in this year, 3 Chinese workers has been killed and 1 driver has severely injured in Sungai Besi-Ulu Kelang elevated highway construction site. This happened because one of the gantry crane component has been fell from elevated highway. The developer of this project is Project Lintasan Kota Holding Sdn Bhd, and the contractor that is responsible for dismantle and removal of crane gantry is Syarikat Muhibah Perniagaan dan Pembinaan Sdn Bhd. As you know, if the incident is involved with the construction site, then the Department of Occupational Safety and Health will handle the investigation until the result is out. The Department of Occupational Safety and Health runs this investigation by observing the construction site scene. Other than that, it will take the statement from the witness that has been there when the incident happens on the construction site. Furthermore, the forensic engineering analysis will be performed to track the guilty party and for the action to be taken for the guilty party. All of this investigation will take 1 month to be solved. Prosecution under the provisions of Section 15 and 17 of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, which state the general duties of employers and the self-employed person to their employers to ensure the safety, health and welfare at work of all his employees who are affected by activities carried out. This section will be taken to the guilty party after the investigation is solved and the results is out. The maximum penalty for the guilty party is not exceeding 50,000 or 2 years imprisonment or both of the penalty. Other than that, the Department of Occupational Safety and Health also informed the stop work notice that has been given will not be revoked until the employer manage to take an action and control any measures to make sure the incident is not happen again in the future. After the investigation, the result has been come out in the middle of the May, but the result is choose not to be exposed to the public because it can cause misunderstanding to the people that not in the sector. The result of the investigation is only exposed to the safety and health sector and to the contractor that involved with the incident.
Now I will move to the possible causes or faults of the accident happen. Actually, the accident happened when one of the gantry crane's components fell, but this case was still under investigation. The possible cause that might happen is because of the insufficient employee trainings. Crane accident can happen when operators lack proper training in crane operation and safety procedures. Employers should ensure that their employees have received crane-specific training and have complete OSHA safety courses. The second possible cause might be because of unsecured load. The improper load securing is one of the most common types of incident that result in falling materials. The load can tip or swing if the load are not properly secured. It will causing materials to slide off and fall to the ground below. It is also critical to perform regular crane maintenance to reduce the risk of falling materials accidents. In fact, before crane operators start working, OSHA requires daily crane inspection. Next, it could also happen due to a bent or damaged hook. A hook is a device that is used to hold a load in a specific and precise direction. When the weight isn't supported as the hook intends, it will jeopardize the hook internal integrity and increase the risk of it bending, stretching and cracking. If the load stretches out the throat opening, it may fall off the hook and the beginning of each shift. Inspect hook and other pieces of rigging hardware for deformities or damage. The user must assess the work activity in terms of the employee's safety. Lastly, the possible cause that can be assumed is because of the crane electrical faults. Electrical faults are one of the most common causes of crane failures. When a crane is used frequently, certain components are bound to wear out over time, potentially resulting in the crane's failure. Electrical faults in cranes can have a wide range of causes and are often unpredictable. So, it is critical to make sure that all of the crane's electrical components are properly maintained and checked. So, that's all from me. Thank you.
Accident can be prevented from happening if someone realizes what he or she is doing. When working in any place, safety is very important to ourselves and other people. Keep alert to surroundings may save someone's life and can prevent any unwanted accident. Construction working involves with heavy machinery, high places, unhealthy surroundings, and dangerous working place. Safety at construction site is always considered critical thing that everyone needs to take responsibility of it. Some accidents can happen because of human mistake or machine error. First, the incident can be prevented from happening by take the corrective way of handle the machine at site. Before using any big machine like crane operator need to make sure the crane is in good condition to be used. Second is by following the OSHA guideline on how to properly use the crane. By following the guideline, the working process will be more safe and may avoid any unwanted incident. Third point is by following standard operation procedure of handling the heavy machine. Operator need to wear PPE when conducting any job with heavy machinery. Next point, number 4, is always alert with crane safety while operate the crane. Crane operator need to ensure the crane is as close to the load being lifted as possible. Keep load as low to the ground as is reasonably safe when performing lift. The fifth point is operator need to know the rules and instructions to use on specific machine. Every machine have their own way on how to operate it, so it is very important to operator to know what machine that they are used to avoid making mistake when use it. Point number 6 is choose the right crane because crane can be movable or fixed. Every crane have their own specific role and use according to the situation.
I will continue the corrective and preventive measure. Next, always utilize qualified personnel. Operating cranes require qualified employees for setup, ringing, signaling, and operation in order to be safe. Only qualified, certified, and appropriately evaluated workers are allowed to operate cranes on working sites. According to Occupational Safety and Health Administration (OSHA), all requirements have to be adhered by ensure that qualified persons are one who use to operate cranes all the time. Next, safety tips is operator manual have to be read. It is crucial to remember that cranes from different manufacturers have varied controls, fail-safe machines, and features. Even when using qualified employees, anyone who operates or works with cranes should have a true understanding of a crane in question. Before start using the cranes, it is important to perform daily operator checks. A crane operator must utilize daily inspection checklists to confirm that crane is safe to operate before starting it up. pre-start inspection, engine startup inspection, and safety system inspection are all part of this process. Next safety tip is avoid all clear obstacles during travel. Prior crane movement and path must be plain at all. Obstruction must be removed. Hazard that cannot be moved, such as electrical lines or other permanent elements, should be avoided at all costs, and operator should be always minimum a safe distance. Next is carefully stabilize crane before ringing, uptraining or stabilizing. Feeders are used on mobile cranes to keep them from tripping over during operation. Keep the following in mind when stabilizing the crane. Always follow mandatory guidelines to determine how far extend out triggers, undernet out triggers, or utilize out trigger pads of crane's pads. Understand load radius to operate crane properly. Crane operator must first grasp how it operates and what force are work against it. The load radius, which asserts that the farther the load is from crane center, the less weight the crane can handle without tipping over the collapsing, is one of the most crucial concepts to grasp. It is crucial to pay attention to load limits. Despite the fact that many modern cranes come equipped with load movement indicators and reach capacity limiters, crane operators should still be able to read load charts in order plan or safe lift. Lastly, it is vital. Safety tip is use proper communication and hand signal in order to make crane operators safer. A standard set of hand signals and communication protocols have been developed. Lastly, it is vital to manage complex lift. Any lift involving loads larger than 80% of crane capacity of greater than 50% of crane capacity for lift on barge is considered a complex lift. Any such a scenario necessitates the implementation of the comprehensive lift plan, as this poses the greatest danger of tip over or equipment failure. Create comprehensive plan.